Hey, this is Glenn
And Amber.
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and we're getting ready to go on an adventure. Come on and join us.
Want to go to the distillery?
Yes, let's go.
There's Iron Mountain Metal Crafts that does a show on TV.
We'll have to check it out. Oh, it smells like moonshine.
It does. Hi, how are you?
Hi there.
Great, how are you all?
We are good.
Good. You want to do some samples today?
What are our
Sure.
sampling options?
These are our rum-based cream liqueurs.
Okay.
And they're delicious. You can mix them in coffee, and you can mix them in Coke, you can put them in moonshine, or you can drink any of them just over ice. They're really good.
And what's the alcohol content?
They're 34 proof rum.
Uh-huh. So and they're all rum based?
These are all rum-based.
Rum-based.
Now we do have moonshine and vodka in the back
Okay.
and rum. But if you want to try these, I just need to glance at your IDs. And
Okay.
you can sample them all. This
Yes,
circle.
okay.
And the first one we have is vanilla ice cream.
Okay.
Now vanilla is our biggest seller. It's our biggest seller because you can mix it with coffee, you can mix it with Coke, you can mix it with moonshine, anything.
Can you actually put it on ice cream? I mean, could you like do it
Absolutely.
as
You
a
can put it on
topper?
ice cream. I have a customer that takes this and makes icing for cakes
Oh,
with
okay.
it.
Cake icing.
Yes, and I mean it's just good. It speaks for itself though.
That
Oh,
is-
that is good.
Isn't
It's
it
very
good? Just
good.
throw your
Oh.
cups away.
It's
I'll
right
get
here,
you a
yeah.
fresh one.
Right here.
Now the next one we have is peanut butter. You want to try that one?
Yes.
Now peanut butter. Are y'all coffee drinkers?
Yes, we are.
Okay. If you put this one in coffee, it has a hazelnut flavor.
Oh, okay.
If you don't like coffee, you can put it in hot chocolate, and then you have a Reese's hot chocolate, a boozy hot chocolate.
I'm a hot chocolate fan, so I bet that'd be good. Yes, that would be good with hot chocolate. That does have that peanut butter taste.
It does. Now the next one we have is chocolate coconut.
Okay.
Now this one tastes like a Mounds bar. It's really, really good. You can mix it with our caramel moonshine if you want like a Samoa shot.
Oh, okay. They smell good too.
They do smell good.
She's right. It tastes like a Mounds.
It does. And I love that.
Wow.
She's right.
Yes.
Okay. The next one we have is pumpkin cream.
So is that you can make something like a pumpkin spice coffee with that?
You can. If you
Yes.
put this in coffee, you have a pumpkin latte.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Starbucks with a kick.
Okay.
It's delicious.
It has that pumpkin smell
It
to
has
it.
that, and it almost has a gingerbread bite
Yes,
to it
uh-huh.
at the end. It's really, I love it. It's one
Yes,
of my favorites.
I can smell that gingerbread.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very good.
Yes.
Now the next one we have on this side over here, we have cinnamon, root beer float, and peppermint bark. Do those sound good to you?
Yes.
Do you want-
Especially peppermint bark.
Peppermint is my favorite.
Do you sell more during the holidays? I mean, do you have like, is there certain times that sells?
Yeah, well, these are our fall and winter flavors.
Okay.
Like in the summer, we have, the spring and summer, we have different flavors.
Okay.
We have like banana split, and orange and cream, peach and cream, watermelon
Okay.
toffee.
That's good.
That's very good, isn't it?
And you're right, it leaves that cinnamon taste at the end.
Yes. No, y'all
That's
root beer
very
fans?
nice. I am not a root beer fan. Do you want to try the root
You want to
beer?
try root beer?
I do like
you're
root
a root
beer.
beer fan.
Okay. It does have a strong root beer flavor. It's delicious. It's root beer float. And when you drink it, you're going to taste the ice cream first, and then the root beer comes in at the end.
Mm. Wow. Okay.
It's my second favorite.
Oh, you're a root beer fan.
I am a root beer fan. You have to like root beer to like that one.
Wow. Then
Yeah.
that is root beer.
It's delicious. I know.
That's intense.
It
So
is.
when you finish it, it like leaves the root beer taste?
Yes. Definitely.
And then the last one we have is peppermint bark.
Good.
Ooh.
That'll be one I
This
like.
is excellent to end on. Tastes like a little Andy Smith.
Yes. And it smells. Got that little,
It smells great.
huh? Very creamy. It's yeah, it does. Very mint. That mint taste is great. I can see how this is a fall
Yes,
Yeah.
it's great.
because that is a good taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
so then
Good.
where do you have these in the store that you can
They're
buy
right
them?
here behind you.
They're all okay.
Yeah, and if you
So they're
decide
all
you
here?
want one, you just pay for it at the register. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
So they're all.
All right.
Thank you
Well,
all.
thank you so
I
much for
appreciate it.
showing us.
You're very welcome. If we can help you with anything, just let us know.
Thank you so much.
Oh, look. What's in here?
It says we're open. Come on in.
Now we have peanut butter. Anybody want peanut butter?
It is. It's a whiskey wonderland.
Yes, it is.
There's like a little puffy vest
Oh, yeah.
or life jacket to take out on the boat. Have some camo. And here's the whiskey wall. Here's vodka. And there's the rye. There's the peach.
Wow, look at all the moonshine.
Flavors. we'll go check out the store.
Okay.
How are you? Good.
Oh, Amber, look. It's a penny machine.
Oh, a penny machine. 51 cents.
Wow, should we get a penny?
I probably don't have 50 cents. I'll probably have a penny.
party at
You know how excited I get about penny machines.
I know you do.
Your choices are a bear, an eagle's head, or the old mill. I think we should get the old mill because the old mill's where we're at. I got dimes and pennies. What are we gonna do? I need some quarters.
Oh. Did you get some quarters?
I do have quarters and a couple pennies.
All right.
I'm gonna get the old bear.
Go ahead.
Robert, party at 3. Robert.
Okay, now I gotta pick my.
Oh, let's get a penny.
I picked the bear. That was fast. There's my bear. How about you? Are you gonna get one for Glenn's collection?
Sure.
Are you gonna get the old mill?
I'm gonna get the old mill.
Lauren, party at 2. Lauren.
Okay. The old mill takes a long time. There you go. There's your old mill penny
Cool.
to add to the penny collection.
Amber, what do you think of the mill?
It's beautiful. The water coming over the falls. Look, there's a little bird down there on the rock. And there's the restaurant, the
Yeah.
old mill where they made the flour. And lots of kids playing down there in the rocks.
Hey there, we're in Sevierville. We're going to look around a little bit.
We're at the courthouse, and there's a historical sign that says Isaac Dockery was a brick mason, and he made the bricks for this courthouse along with the Masonic Lodge and the Baptist Church.
Oh, cool.
We also have a statue for you to see.
Look, Amber, it's Dolly Parton.
She looks like she's getting ready just to play a song for us. It says the statue was dedicated by the people of Sevier County in May of 1987.
Up there.
Tennessee Music Pathway. Dolly Parton, where her statue is, says distinguished as a singer, songwriter, actor, and businesswoman, Dolly Parton is the most honored female country performer of all times. And then it has some pictures of her like performing with Porter Wagner, and then when she did her famous movie with Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin.
Well, I guess we'll move on.
See what's down the road in new adventures.
Yes. This is an old church.
Mommy, get Boogie. I'm looking here again. I'm looking.
This still has a piano.
You tell her now that she's got to do it. Just to show you.
Mommy always let me.
So is this a Methodist church?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
It is a Methodist.
Uh-huh. I guess they have these wood benches so you stay away during church. No padding. About this size. It was a little wood.
So does the men come in on one side and the women on the other? There's two doors.
It doesn't say that.
Okay.
I know the Moravian churches were like that.
And what is this?
No, because they can see it.
I have no idea. There's nothing attached to it.
There's a hole in the ceiling. I wonder if that was the stove.
Stove. Yes. I'm sure that's what that was. They had a stove. And it went through the ceiling. To heat the church. It was probably a wood stove. There's no sign that says anything about why there's two doors.
No? And here's the people that lived here in Caves Cove.
These are late 1800s, 1888, 1893 to
Mm-hmm.
1912. Those people didn't live very long.
Two 2019.
This one says, he was a good father, husband, and honest man.
I think that's neat that they leave pennies.
Yes. who had children who died when they were born.
Mm-hmm.
The pennies mean visited, and then like on the military ones.
I've read about the military.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I've ever seen, but then people have started doing it. And this is the only cemetery I've seen where people are putting the coins on all of it.
Me too.
And what's the purpose of the coins?
Pennies mean that you visited them, and I think it's either dimes or nickels means you knew them, and then the quarters mean you served with them. But I saw a quarter over here,
I did too on the.
and so somebody may not have had a penny,
Maybe they
but
just
that's
left
where that tradition started.
Okay.
So you used to only sit on military, you know, there's a few military people in here, so you would only see this on military, then people have just, I guess, adapted it to the other.
Thank you. I never knew that about knowing or
Yeah.
friends or anything. I didn't know about the military. And just knew
Yeah.
about that
Mhm.
just recently, you know.
Yeah, because the quarter that, you know, is where you actually served with them, and I think that it's either a dime or nickels if you knew them.
Okay.
Learn something new every day.
That's right. Yeah. Come to the cemetery.
Well, I know a whole lot. I know a little. Say, how does that saying goes? I know a little about everything and a whole lot about nothing.
Okay.
I like that.
Because you see right here that you got a quarter.
Yes, and look at it. It's not warm.
Yeah.
And I don't know how anybody would be alive that served with them, but and again, they may have only had a quarter in their pocket. Or they may have served in that, well, there's not even what where they served.
And they
Right
could have
infantry.
and maybe they had family that served with
Yeah,
them
that's
too.
true.
But yeah, this is the first time I've seen a cemetery with
The coins.
coins.
And
Yeah.
the headstones.
Yeah, this one for some reason, I guess because it's, you know, a lot of tourists come through here.
Yeah.
We don't consider ourselves tourists. We're kind of local.
Oh, well, good.
That's all that makes our 100th time here. And we come up here this time of year because it's not many people here.
Yeah.
So do you think these are just old headstones? The ones that look like rocks, are they just old? Do you think
Yes.
just-
So because people, especially in this region, they couldn't afford headstones like this, so they would engrave rocks. They
Oh,
would
okay.
literally take rocks
And they
and
would.
try to engrave them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then over the years, they've worn down. And there are still just a few people who are authorized to be buried in here. And they are direct descendants of the people
Oh,
that had to move out of Cades Cove, because I noticed someone recently in 2019.
Yeah, I saw that over here. Yeah.
So every once in a while it'll make the news where, you know, someone, a descendant from Cades Cove was able to be buried. So you have to have permission and show that you are the descendant of the people who
Okay.
live here. So not just anybody can be buried here.
So that is like a plot. There's
Yes.
where the rocks are.
Right, so,
That's
and
like a
you'll see
headstone.
that in a lot of the older cemeteries because literally they would just use rocks as grave markers because, I mean, people didn't have the money back then
No,
to make
for
all
sure.
these fancy.
Yeah.
So the people that had them had money to make them, or their families, you know, as they got older, like their kids or descendants bought them. But, so to find out who's buried here, you would probably have to go to the Park Service, and then they have a plot
Oh,
of a
okay.
map.
Yeah.
In their own cemetery.
Rocks.
Yeah.
You can just barely make out.
Yeah.
Edge, you know.
Where they etched it.
Right, and that's why you hope that the church, of course, this church is not active, kept plots, maps of where people were buried. But the Park Service people, they're very smart, and they do a lot of research. That's all they do. And so a lot of research has been done with the family members who lived here, and they're still descendants. And it's probably still a few people that are alive, and they're very old, who lived in.
Over at that Baptist church I saw where it came up with it.
That's right.
Did
It
that.
came back.
Yeah.
That is nice.
And there may be organizations out there that are raising money to replace those too, because that happens a lot also.
There's lots of.
Thank you for your information.
Yes.
Yeah, I told you I know a little bit about everything, a whole lot about nothing.
Well, you helped us out.
Well, we're just learning a lot
Not-
about Caves Cove, aren't we?
And its history.
Yeah. You want to stop?
Sure.
Look at the church. What's the information about this church?
It says independent but not isolated. Rich Mountain Road near the Baptist Church provided the first settlers access to Caves Cove. So John Oliver was the first Cove's first mailman, the first mail delivery person. This is him making a mail stop. And this is the church.
Shall we go look at it?
Yeah, let's go. Old oak boards and steps. Here's another one of those stands like was in the Methodist church.
It's for donations.
What was the hole inside for?
Stick your money.
No, that goes in here.
Oh,
Donations go in the box. I don't know why there's a hole in the side of the stand. Because there's another hole in the ceiling, but it's on this side, which makes you think if there was a stove pipe, it was there. Although no, the stove is here. They had a stove in the middle of the church. Tall windows.
yes.
They get lots of light in here. So you could sign in instead of having to write on the building. I don't think you should put your name in a pulpit.
And
Out the back way.
and I guess this is the way to the outhouse. I wonder if the outhouse is still functional.
I'm not gonna try it.
Functional. You've never used an outhouse?
Yes, I have. My grandparents' house had an outhouse when I was little. They didn't have a bathroom. They had to walk out in the woods. It was a two-seater, although no one ever went to the bathroom with me. And they had a Sears catalog in there. I guess some reading information if you were bored.
That may be a requirement on an outhouse. There's a lot of
infant tombstones. See all the ones with the sheet on top of them?
Mm-hmm.
Born 1885, died 19. I think that's 32. I think it says I have fought a good fight, finished my course, and I have kept the faith.
So this was an independent church,
It was a missionary Baptist church.
Missionary Baptist.
Yes.
Okay.
Which means they weren't part of the Baptist church like the conference or the.
Independent
Yeah.
Baptist.
So it says independent but not isolated. So they were connected to the outside world.
There's a plaque on the rock.
In honor of the Civilian Conservation Corps, whose hands built roads, trails, bridges, buildings, campgrounds, and picnic areas in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. For the benefit and enjoyment of the people,
It's very pretty out here.
yes it is. When the Civilian Conservation Corps came to the Smokies from 1933 to 1942, they accomplished a lot of work getting the fledgling park up and running. Activities range from road and trail buildings, facilities creation, and removal of unwanted historical structures. This removal included home sites left in Cades Cove by former residents. However, there are still many hints as of to former locations in the cove. And this camp has examples of two small structures with emphasis like fences or camp rings. Daffodils and other plants were planted by homes in the spring. And they were here from 1933 to 1942. I guess we'd have to come in the spring and do a daffodil search. And that would tell us where the homes were.
Well, there's a ring right over there. Yeah.
Yes. And this might be the hitching post.
Could be. Well, are you ready to head on?
I'm ready to continue the adventure. Little creek.
Cars are stopped.
I think there's a animal up there ahead. You never know what's around the corner. across there. Maybe they just came to see the beauty of the mountains. I don't see Sasquatch. It's just a nice view.
It is a pretty view.
This would be a nice place for a house.
Obviously, the state park is not letting you build one. I don't see any houses around. There's beautiful views around every corner. This would be a tough road in the snow. I wonder if the parks close this.
I'm sure they do.
If they have bad weather. What's ahead? The traffic is backed up once again. I don't see him. Bigfoot must have run away if he was here.
To be winter, there's a lot of people here.
Yes. Well, there's just so much to do here. You have all kinds of options.
Everybody's looking at the deer. So they do have electricity out here.
Yes. Solar panels.
Yeah.
Ooh, snake activity around buildings.
Well, this is winter.
So the cable mill, the cantilever barn and mill flume, and the pressing sorghum stalks at the cane. Oh, the cane mill's over there where that circle is. Do you think that's a fire pit where it has all the benches in a circle?
Oh no, that's a good look.
Okay, let's check that out.
Well, Bob was here.
And Bob wrote his name in the park, and Bob got a ticket for $100. So please don't leave your mark on the park. So what do you think that building was? Some kind of stable for animals? Oh, this is the one where they hooked the mule to that, and he walked around in a circle. We're going back to a time when it took a long time to fix dinner.
Do you know what this is?
I have no idea. Do you know what this is?
You take the juice and cook it on this.
Okay. So there's a fire somewhere?
And your molasses
Comes out that hole.
comes out that hole right there. After you cook it.
Okay.
It's like a wood stove.
Yes, it is.
That doesn't open.
It does. You pick the lever up. And it's a wood stove.
Yeah. Well, that's neat.
So what did you do with this one right here?
That's just an older version.
Oh, an older version of this.
Of this.
Okay. Someone delivered that.
Yeah. Well, that's very old.
Yes, it is.
Look, another elk.
They do blend into the trees well, don't they?
do.
With that skin color or fur color. The piece holding the bridge looks kind of like how you would build a log cabin.
Yeah.
The frame's the same.
Mm-hmm.
To hold up the
Hold up the flue.
water coming to the wheel.
But being winter, it's closed.
Well, let's see what's ahead. Are those wood shingles on this house?
Yes.
This is a little short door. Snakes live in around the historic structures. I do see some big kettles.
This is where they store their food.
It's interesting that they have 3 doors in the front of the house. This house was built in 1879. Oh, it was a boarding house. I guess that's why it has 3 doors.
Mm-hmm.
It even has burners. You can put your pot in there and take the trays off and stoke the wood underneath what you're cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the flue going outside. And here's where you put your wood in. And clean your ashes out.
And your mother has one.
My mother has one. My aunt has my grandmother's.
Oh.
And it's larger. It's probably this big.
I imagine it's very heavy.
I wouldn't want to have to move it. So this heated the house. Then they said this was added up. This 3rd room. When it became a boarding house. So another fireplace. Rebecca Cable owned 600 acres in Cove and kept busy spinning, weaving, knitting, farming, tending store, taking in boarders, and caring for her brothers and sisters, or her brother's children. I guess this is a tiny house. If this was you boarded, and this is the room that you got. You got one room with a fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
This would be nice, a nice peaceful place to live with the water running right beside the house.
Mm-hmm.
I assume they got their water from this creek. Actually, that's interesting. It splits off. There's more water here.
Look, a deer.
He is very close with all these people around. I'm surprised there must be something good to eat there for him to come with this many people around. I don't know what they eat. Is that moss? Is he eating? He's probably eating moss. Or grass from around the trees. So is he a deer?
Mm-hmm.
Not an elk. I
It's
don't-
a buck.
We haven't seen an elk yet today, have we?
Yeah.
I mean, did you load stuff here?
That's cool, ain't it?
It's an interesting shape.
How long you reckon it took them to make each
It's
one?
the way they've made barns up here in the Smokies.
I was looking underneath to see if they could drop something through
Are you
there.
looking for snakes?
No, I was looking to see if you could bring a wagon and load something, but it doesn't look like you'd load anything here. This looks like you just go upstairs and I don't even see stairs. Somehow you'd have to be able to get to the second floor. Maybe the other side. No way to get upstairs. This makes no sense. Why are you laughing? Do you know how to get upstairs?
Hmm?
Do you know how to get upstairs?
That's a good question.
I found it.
Did you find the staircase?
No, I found the door. The door is here.
There it is.
Yes. So maybe you put the stuff up there and then you backed your wagon right here and opened this door and threw it out. That's probably where the hay went.
Could be.
Yes, that's just a bunch of wood now. It's just storage. I was thinking maybe there was a hole and you went up a ladder through the, but no. It's the end of the building. It's an interesting barn. Because this one you drove your wagons under the ends of it.
Yeah. Okay. Look at the campground.
Lucy said the store is closed. And the restrooms are closed. But they have ice and firewood. And bicycle rentals. And there is a ranger's car at the ranger station. I see some tents. I think February would be a kind of a chilly time to go camping. But they're nice plots. You have paved
Mm-hmm.
drive-in, and then you have a flattened gravel spot for your tents with a picnic table and a metal fire pit. There's the dump station, and here's the bathhouse. There's quite a few people camping here, and I see some reserved signs on a lot of spots. Well, it's a nice clean campground.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the camping spots are very level. That last spot had a Boy Scout troop number up. So maybe his scout troop is camping there for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some deer right here at the park ranger station.
Sure is. Well,
Yep.
they just hang out wherever they want to.
Yes, they do. They are very friendly deer.
Pigeon Forge.
Let's see what more adventures we can get into. This is a nice drive.
Hey, we're in Old Fort, North Carolina.
This is a memorial to the incarcerated railroad workers who formed the Mountain Division of the Western North Carolina Railroad. Look around and see the railroad tracks. Show them the railroad tracks up on the hill. Railroad. 3,000 African American men and a few hundred African American women, all of them prisoners or former slaves, laid those tracks between 1875 and 1879. They created 7 tunnels to get the mountain division of the Western North Carolina Railroad to the top of Old Fort Mountain.
Awesome.
So they built a geyser here, and the geyser was built in 1912 by George Fisher Baker of New York in a tribute to his friend, Colonel Alexander Boyd Andrews of Raleigh. Andrew Geyser was restored in 1976 by the Old Fort with contributions from the people of Western North Carolina. And the geysers on the other side of the monument. If you get close, you get a little spring shower.
This is more like a winter shower.
Here we have another edition of the North Carolina Civil War Trail. The Savannah Gap Engagement, Blockade and Defend. General Alvin Gilliam led 2 brigades of General George Stoneman's raiders from the Carson House on April 19, 1865 through Old Fort. Confederate General James Martin, meanwhile, anticipated Gilliam's movement and ordered the forces in the Western North Carolina Gap to the left. They reached the gap before Gilliam after cutting down some trees and making arrangements to receive the raiders, awaited their approach, and when they advanced, repulsed them without any difficulty. And this is the route of the Stoneman's raid. So they were all over Hendersonville, Rutherfordton, Morganton, Hickory, all the way to Salem, up to Jonesville. I have to lay back in the chair. Here's mine. Can we lay? This is lay back and relax.
Yeah. Is that a comfortable chair?
Hey, you can relax and enjoy the geyser. If it was more of a spring day, it'd be better.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly with the water splashing on you. So pan the railroad across here. You see all the railroad tracks. Okay. McDowell County from 1861 to 1865. When called upon to defend their homeland and firesides, men and boys from McDowell County answered the call by the hundreds. From the first musket shot fired at Big Bethel to the last shot at Appomattox, men from McDowell County were there, banded together by history. They helped form the regiments in the greatest army ever assembled, the Army of Northern Virginia, the 22nd North Carolina Infantry, Company B, the 22nd North Carolina Infantry Company K, the 35th North Carolina Infantry Company B, the 49th North Carolina Infantry Company A, and the 65th North Carolina Troops, 6th North Carolina Cavalry, the Army of Tennessee, the 58th North Carolina Infantry Company F. We honor and cherish the memory of 40,000 North Carolinians, including 225 from McDowell County, who made the ultimate sacrifice for a cause they felt was just, lest we forget.
It's like a little love seat.
You want to have a seat? And enjoy the geyser. We can sit here and enjoy the view.
Yeah.
This is a list of the incarcerated Western North Carolina Railroad workers from the census records. Many of these people were state prisoners who were forced to work on the railroad. And their names are listed on this monument. Wild turkeys. It's a beautiful eagle.
Those are wild turkeys.
Out looking for dinner. Andrews Geyser, built about 1885 to mark the railroad gateway to the Blue Ridge Mountains. It was restored in 1911 and in 1975. It was named for A.B. Andrews of Raleigh, located 2.1 miles north of this location.
Welcome to Old Fort.